It's going to start like this, but it's going to end like this. Let's get started. Okie dokie. So let's try this again since Savannah just recorded the whole entire intro with her mic muted. Anyways, it's a rainy day. We're at the shop. So we're just going to make do with it. We're going to roll with the punches and we're just going to get started with this video. So yes, this is the chair we are working on today. It has some interesting sewn in, I don't know why I said interesting, but let's start over. So, this is why I don't do videos, but we have to sew in some sew foam into our pattern here. So we're going to get the chair tore down. We're going to cut out some new material. We're doing vinyl. It's not getting cloth or fabric or anything else. It's getting vinyl. So we're going to cut out the vinyl, line it on some sew foam, then we're going to cut it out, then we're going to sew the vinyl to the sew foam, then we're going to sew it all together because this is a sock on. It's all sewn together, like the back is sewn to the front and the sides, and then we shock it on. And also, so y'all know, so you're not confused when you're watching the video and you're like, wait a second, she's in a different shirt, I don't understand. So I actually have two of these chairs. If you see right there, that's the second chair. So I actually cut out and tore down one of these chairs yesterday. I got all of these individual patterns separated, and that's pretty much what's labeled and all in my hand, from the front to the back to the sides, all of that jazz. I think I hear a frog. Oh, I definitely hear a frog. Bro, I don't know if the mic's picking this up. So that's why I'm in a different shirt, probably a different hat. But yeah, so I'm gonna throw in some of that footage. I'll tear down this one, record that today, then throw in footage of me lining this on the vinyl, cutting out my new patterns, doing the sew foam stuff I just said, blah 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 blah, and that's what you're gonna see now. So let's go. You're gonna probably see me tear this shirt down first, then I'll add that other footage so everything like makes sense and lines up. I'll do a voiceover in this since it's a video, not a short, so everybody can understand. Whoever's watching this, yeah. Ooh. Now we gotta find all of our screws that we just dropped all over the place. Got one, got two. Oh, there goes the third. Ah, and the fourth. Cool. So this is where we start by tearing down the chair. We remove that bottom cloth, start pulling on the fabric, trying to remove those staples. This is definitely the most tedious part of tear down when it comes to upholstery, is just getting that old fabric off, but not only the old fabric, but the staples as well, because if you don't remove those staples, you have too much buildup, then things aren't smooth, then it looks out of place, it can mess up the new fabric, how it lays. But you also have to be careful so you don't damage any of the padding that is being reused. So here you see me taking off the old fabric, and you can see that foam right there. That's what we had to be careful and make sure we didn't damage. We're also removing that in and out back because it is that sock on that we talked about earlier. And this begins the process of me taking the patterns that I cut apart, putting them on the new vinyl, getting my right measurements, and getting new patterns so I can sew them together. Now we're cutting out the new vinyl. We're making sure we're labeling everything, putting our marks where we need them so we don't misplace anything when we go to the sewing machine and sew. This could take a little bit of time, but as long as you're patient and you mark everything, you should be totally good. And we need to get a seat pattern as well, so that's what we're laying out. It's just a rough estimate so we know what we need to cut. Now all of our in, back, and out back pieces for our sock on is what we're laying on this sew foam now. We have to make sure we space them out, cut them out on the sew foam, because then we have to bring all of that to the sewing machine and sew the vinyl to the sew foam before we even sew it all together and create the sock on. And like I said earlier, I do have two of these chairs, so there are multiple pieces. I do believe that there's at least 6 pieces per chair back, so that's why there's just a handful of these pieces. Everything that I'm cutting out on the gray was either the side pieces from the front or the back, and then everything that's getting cut out into the pink foam is going to be our center pieces. Now the foam thickness is all the same, it's no different. It just helps identify the centerpieces, so whenever we do go to the sewing machine, we don't misplace anything, and we know where we need to go and what needs to get sewn to what. Now here we begin sewing every single piece of that vinyl to the sew foam, and we keep going until all of the pieces are done, and then we're going to sew them together. Unfortunately, I was having some technical difficulties, so this is all I got to film for this video, but I will show you again that final result and what that chair looked like. But until next time, thanks for watching, and I got a good intro video coming next, so stay tuned for that.